last episode of Figures in Action. So let's review the year a little bit. I figured last year I wanted to do some sort of review video. I don't think I did. I might have. I don't know. I don't think I did. But I figured this year, let me do a little review in terms of what the year looked like, specifically here on YouTube. So before I go into that, I want to thank all of you, as I always do. I truly, truly appreciate the comments, the likes, the conversations, meeting people. It really is, I can't explain to you guys how amazing it feels when some of you guys hit me up or leave a comment and mention how somehow I inspire you to start creating these dials. And that is the ultimate, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. That's the ultimate compliment when someone says, I saw you do something and I was inspired to give my energy to it and try it out as well. I've reached the top of the mountain in terms of feeling good, man, because it's actually a good feeling to know that. So thank you, especially for you guys that have attempted it and have attempted it in an open mind and giving it the effort, because obviously you guys know I love to do this, and for you guys to again go out there and try it on your own is dope. So thank you for, you know, experimenting. Thank you for those of you who do that, and of course for those of you that just like to watch for the pure entertainment or the art value, I appreciate you guys just as much. You guys have made this a fun trip. I didn't get into YouTube. I didn't start recording these videos or start creating dials for anything other than I enjoyed it. You know, once in a while people hit me up and say, hey, what's your formula? How do you do it? How do you get these followers? Not that I have a million, but I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I just put love into everything I do, and then good things follow. I don't do much editing, if any at all. I just kind of just put it out there raw. So thank you. This year, so, all right. After doing some of the, kind of writing down some of the stats, this is how this year went out. So the first video that I recorded this year was Figures in Action number 107 that I released on January 4th. That was my first video. And I have now gotten, this will be video number 131. And if my math is correct, that's 24 episodes, which averages me two episodes a month, which isn't bad. I was happy about that. Some of my favorite episodes this year were all the dojo episodes. Were great. I love dojos. I've told you guys before. My dad one time for Halloween bought me like a legit ninja outfit. So I love ninjas. I love martial arts. I've been a fan since the 80s. So to work on dojos is this whole other level. So I truly appreciate the people who have contacted me and commissioned dojo work for me. That's great. Thank you very much. So episodes 109, 112, 122, and 130 were the dojo episodes. So check those out if you haven't. One of my favorite episodes, or one of my favorite dials, was the Punisher dial. That was episode number 119. And one of the reasons I like that dial is because I was able to kind of create this false wall where the Punisher can kind of hide his weapons when he's not home in case somebody broke in. So I was able to kind of create that, and we, myself and Priceless, my girlfriend Priceless, we were able to work on work a little bit, because the last time she definitely did a little more work, but she got me started on the punching bag that was used for that Punisher dojo. So, Punisher hideout. So that was one of my favorites. I also liked the Red Rocket, Fallout 4. I don't do 1/18 scale, which is mostly for the 3 3/4 inch figures. Generally, I stick to 1/12 scale for the 6-inch figures. If somebody contacted me, it was an awesome challenge, and man, when I finished that dial, it blew me away. I was like, wow! So it was 360 degrees. It was 2 rooms. It was the Red Rocket logo. It was a lot of new techniques, or I shouldn't say new techniques, but a lot of techniques that I enjoyed using, that I had used a little bit in the past. So to that project, kind of everything came together. So I was very happy the way that came out. Collaborated with my cousin Carmelo Lito Calderon, who did the power suit charger. So I was able to kind of subcontract that, which is great. and so I appreciated my cousin for coming through with that. So that was one of those dials that actually got me a bunch of followers on Instagram, and I think I had like over 1,000 likes, which is the first time any of my Instagram pictures had done that, and that was great. So I got a lot of new followers based on that round. I really like that one. And then number 115, I created Figures in Action. Number 115 was a warehouse. It was the first time. The reason I like this particular dial was because the window. I created a window. Basically, I ended up scoring lines on it and kind of filling it in with a black and kind of wiping it down. So it looked like those windows that you would see in a warehouse where they're laced with whatever that is, so that if you crack the window, it won't, or if it shatters, it won't, explode and glass will fly all over the place. So it kind of keeps in line with these little lines. So I created one of those and a little, some steps kind of going up to an office in that warehouse. So those are some of my favorite ones. I mean, obviously, I enjoy working on all my dioramas. I really do, which is why to this day I'll still turn something down that I just don't think I'd enjoy. And I don't know. To this day I still don't know how to feel about that. That's like sometimes I feel like, well, it's a little side business that I'm doing, so why not? But I never want to turn it into just a business. If it's something that I make some extra money, great. But I never want to just take on commissions because I'm going to make money on them. I'd rather take on them because I feel it. Like I want to work on it. So that's kind of the review for YouTube this past year, 2017. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so today is December 30th. I may upload this video today, I'm not sure. The last thing I wanted to talk about was I wanted to thank ACBA, man. I want to thank ACBA. I know a lot of you guys, I don't push ACBA hardcore on this channel as I try to keep it more towards, or I shouldn't say that. This past year I didn't push ACBA hardcore as I was doing more dial stuff. In the past I was doing more posing videos, and that's where ACBA came in, and I was always quick to push that along. This year, just didn't get a chance to do that as much. Every year, that's one of my complaints. Every year, my complaint is that I just don't have enough time, or I don't create enough time to pose and to do some of the other ACBA stuff. But I want to thank ACBA for continuing to be a great support system. I am an admin for their Facebook group. We have over 10,000 members, so I'm one of those admins that is consistently leaving feedback in terms of posing and lighting and that type of thing. And I enjoy the job 100%. Facebook also sent me to Chicago. I applied. Chicago was doing Facebook was doing their first summit, Facebook summit in Chicago, and they brought together 250 admins, moderators of hundreds of thousands of groups. So we applied and we got accepted. So I went representing ACBA. So basically Facebook paid for all the food, for the hotel. We got put up at I think it was the Chicago Hilton, I think. They paid for transportation for us to get to the location for the workshops. And the only thing we had to pick up was the plane ticket, and the ACBA was able to pay for that for me. So it was pretty much a free ride. So I thank you very much, Boog and Pep and Walton. I truly appreciate that. It was a great experience. And I hope, and it is my goal to continue to be a part of ACBA, especially on the other side of it, helping to continue to grow the brand. And it's such a wonderful way to express art through the love of action figures. So you basically get something we all enjoy, you put it together, and it becomes art. And over the years, a lot of the confusion has been, a lot of people, even this year happened, not as much as years prior, but where people, they get turned off a little bit by ACBA because it's a strict, it's an art form. Yes, absolutely, but it also has guidelines. So in other words, if I'm taking a picture of an action figure in action fighting someone, and in the back you can see my cat, it takes away from the illusion of trying to recreate a scene with action figures. So, the 3 C's of ACBA is clear, cropped, and contained, and that's what we always stress out. crop it, make sure it's clear, make sure it's contained, make sure the posing is on point. If you're using cutouts, make sure they're placed correctly. Lighting is important. So ACBA is something that I have loved for over 4 years. The moment I ran into it, I fell in love with it, and it's such a great feeling to see all these collectors from across the entire world come together and pose their figures and take it to another level. Not just buying the figures and hanging them up on the wall, but actually playing with your figures. Essentially, you're posing them, you're getting them ready. So that's been great. So I want to thank ACBA once again for just having me be part of the team, and I love it. Love you guys. And then the last thing is, in this video I'm going to do an unboxing. It's the last thing I bought this year, so that's action figure related. Henry Beltran is one of my favorite dial makers. Me and Henry have now for 2 years have in place a contract, not even a contract, but at one point we were going to do a trade-off. So I was going to create a dial for him, he was going to make one for me, same dimensions, different type of dials, and we'd exchange. It just got crazy. I fell in love at one point, so any free time I was with my girl because I love her to bits. And so a lot of times, anytime I would do dials, it would be either commissions. I haven't even done a personal dial for myself all year. So it became more of just creating these commissions. But Henry, we're gonna do it, brother. We're gonna do it this year. My goal is this year to do our exchange. But in the meantime, Henry just released a pack, and I'm gonna do an unboxing in a few minutes. And so I want to thank Henry for sending that along, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So again, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. It's been a great year. It'll be a better year next year. Thank you for the continued support, for the comments, again, for the likes. Y'all rock, man. And I will see y'all in 2018. Peace. Alright, so I am going to unbox this package that I got from Henry. And here we go. One of the things that I wish I did more of is I wish I bought more like dials and more dial related type of stuff, just to kind of support the community. A lot of times you just kind of get caught up and you're just doing a bunch of things. So as soon as I saw that Henry had these out, I was like, yo, gotta get on them. All right, here we go. Al's figure, son. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Packaged very nicely. I actually love to. I always make sure that my dials are packaged like on point. You know what I'm saying? Because gotta make sure that people are paying for this stuff. You gotta make sure. All right. Here we go. Word of up. This is awesome. All right. So first we got a palette. Man, this is solid. This is definitely my palettes are made out of balsa wood. If I go like this to my palette, it'll snap. This is definitely a stronger wood, and it looks like it's like a basswood, or excuse me, a basswood. It's great. It looks awesome. The paint job came out really, really, really good. It looks great. And then we got a couple of these just pieces of lumber. Could have fallen or could have been hit by the Hulk or someone, but these are very, very good. I love his technique here. It's something that I haven't really seen. I don't know what he's using, but it looks really, really good. The way he just kind of painted it, also highlighted how good these look. So you get two, kind of a thicker one and you kind of a skinnier one. I got some cutouts. That's what's up. So, well, I have to cut them out, but I got some. Oh, this paper feels great. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's like photo paper. That's a good idea. I think this photo paper. Good shit, Henry. That's what's up. So I got some work I got to put in, but this is great because again, it allows me to work on cutouts, which is a very important thing to do. Alright, then over here we have, this looks awesome. So we just have like a piece of aluminum, from the side of a building or what have you. They look great. I like the rust looks really, really cool. He did the back as well, so you can use kind of both sides. Then here we have, very cool. So let me just take the leaves off of here. We have, this looks really cool. So there's just like a piece of cement pillar that got knocked out, and you can see the kind of the metal rebarbs, I think is what it's called. And I love the way that looks. I need to work more on crafts like that. This looks great. And I'm not gonna lie, I will never try to be above anybody. Listen, Henry's a great dial maker. So you see this right here, I will literally try to copy this, and eventually I'll develop kind of a style that may look a little different, maybe not, but I'm not afraid to say that it's okay to do that. I'll give you another example. Like if you look at the inside of here, let me take this box on. If you look at the inside of here, you can see certain type of detail. So it looks, I just created something really similar, and what he did is instead of doing the way I did it, he kind of cut it up in a way where it looks like the cement inside is different from this cement. And that looks great. He did an amazing job on this. So we got this. We have some bricks. I am familiar with these bricks as I've done brick packs before. These look really cool. I love the white grayish highlights look great. And he also included a bunch of leaves, which by the way, I'm using some on a die. I'm going to use some of these literally on a dial. We're going to right this second. So this is great. Thank you. I'll put those in there. I think the last piece is a fence. These are the best. The best materials to use for fences are these. This is the mesh cover for. Oh my God! I can't even remember. I'm losing my train of thought here. Gutter mesh wire. So gutters, the gutters that you have at the house or whatever. So there's a wire that people put on them so that leaves don't go in. It's a plasticky, type of thing. It comes in a roll. But this is great because it paints great, and then you can throw some metal-looking tubes and you're good to go. And that is it for the pack. So, we have the fence. This awesome piece here. This piece. Pallet. These two bad boys. The bricks, the leaves, the cutouts. Here is a shield agent so you guys get an idea with scale. More or less the sizing of it. There you go. Thank you, Henry. Much appreciated. And I am out. Peace. Alright, yeah. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this product that I found out about recently called the Moon Selfie. So I'll explain real quick what that is. So essentially, this is a product that was created. This is my cell phone. So basically, it's a product that was created as an attachment to your cell phone, which is basically a light, but not just any regular light, because there's a lot of different lights that come for cell phones, and you plug them into the port there where you put the headphones and so forth. And this is kind of independent on its own. It's called the Moon Selfie. Really, really cool product. So the way I found out about this is that my girlfriend Joanne was hired to be a makeup artist for one of their commercials that they were creating as they're launching this product. I went along with her. I met some of the staff, some of the people who are working with this, and at some point it kind of hit me that this would be a really cool light to have as a ACBA, or to help with ACBA in terms of lighting. And one of the reasons I like this particular light is that it has a couple cool different features. Not only does it give you kind of that bright white light, it also has the ability to tone it down and give you a warmer light as well. As you can see, you can make it brighter. You can kind of tone that down. You can change again just that tone. You don't get that harsh white. Not that the white that this kind of gives off is harsh. It just depends on the conditions. But really, really cool light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link on this video to their website.
Another really cool feature is that they were able to, so I ended up speaking to Ed, who's one of the creators, and we went back and forth, and I told him all about action figure photography and this community. He was blown away by it, and he wanted to figure out a way how we can kind of work together and how this light can help this community. So the great thing is that, and again, that link will be in this video. If you guys pre-purchase one of these, and you don't have to put any money up front, not only will you get, I believe, 25% off, but it also, just with my code only, it's going to come with this, basically it's an attachment that you would plug into the port where you charge the light. And it's kind of one of those, just think of Dr. Octopus as one of his arms. So those mechanical type of arms. So it's going to be something like that. So it's going to allow you to put this light anywhere you want in your ACBA setup. And that's only available strictly through the code that I'm going to put at the end of, or in the comment section of this video, or in the description of this video. I'll have that link. And it's going to be a really cool product once it hasn't released officially yet, but once it does, I mean, it's been getting a big push. Ed's been making his rounds, Good Morning America, so forth and so on. He's doing a lot with pushing, and I think it's probably the best kind of cell phone light on the market. I mean, it's doing something that no other lights are doing, and the great thing is that it works independently. It doesn't have to be attached to your cell phone for it to work. It charges on its own. You control it. Like, here's some of the instructions. You kind of control it by just kind of, you know, putting your finger as it shows here in the diagram to make it brighter, to lessen the brightness, and change kind of the tone. So again, more information, just a link will be there directly to their website, and I'm just gonna kind of work with this light off camera to work on this particular setup. There's a dial that I just finished last week, almost finished, because I have to do an Avengers logo I want to put on that door, and I forgot that she had requested a telephone pole as well, so, or an electricity pole, so I have to work on that. But anyway, just wanted to kind of show this light again. Really cool. I haven't had a chance to really play with it as much as I wanted to. Joanne had one for a little bit, and she had to give it back because I had to go to New York to show this to, I forgot what show it was, but I mean, he's literally been making his rounds up and down, pushing this product, and it's really cool. So all the information will be there. Please feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section. I will answer those. And here we go. What you'll see next is the final shot of this particular setup. And well, let me talk about the setup real quick. Yeah, just this dial I created, 2 pillars. This pillar is the one that kind of holds up this top section, and this pillar was an additional pillar that I just kind of broke, so you can do different effects. So we have Carnage here just taking one of these Hydra soldiers and stuffing his face through it, and this is the shot I'm working on right now. I'll show you guys, and then the next video will be just the dial itself, just kind of breaking down this dial. Alright, y'all, I'm out. Peace.